Welcome everybody to Top Shelf Tuesday and Happy New Year 2018. So today is actually the first live show in our studio in the year 2018. Hope you all enjoyed your New Year's. I had a great New Year in Philadelphia, my first time in Philadelphia. Saw the Mummers parade yesterday, enjoyed that. That was quite interesting to see. Today's show, we're going to be talking a little bit about 2017. I'm going to show you some of the pieces that we had over my shows over the past, I think it's like 15 or 20 shows by now, which is really cool. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Top Shelf Claudio, and review kind of what we showed last year. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was my New Year's resolutions. I know many of you have some New Year's resolutions, and I wanted to share mine with you. This year, I want to buy more watches. I hope you share the same resolutions that I do. I definitely want to eat healthier. I want to play more hockey, and I want to spend more time with my family. So those are my 4 New Year's resolutions. Comment on your resolutions if you'd like. You can leave it on the comment after you comment on the show as well. The other part of tonight's show, I wanted to talk about materials and sort of not the normal materials, but I wanted to speak about alternative materials like carbon, ceramic, titanium, sapphire. So all the watches that we're going to be presenting tonight are basically the alternative to stainless steel and gold. But before we get into the watches, I want to share this little clip, this little montage that I put together. And to my boys in the back who put the beat together, thank you very much. Cue to the video, please. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, that was all the watches, or some of the watches that I previewed this year. Before we get on to the watches that I brought for you tonight, the alternative watches, let me give a quick shout out to some of my viewers. Max Levinson, how are you, young man? Nice to see you there. Tom Hong, Matt Forster, Edward Ledin. I got that right. Aaron Murphy, Bara Vader, JBO, always in the house representing. Aria from Iran. Jonathan Sachs, who stopped in the store today. How's it going? João Ribeiro, Mr. Yoda, Martin, Eddie Landsberg. Wow, we got a lot of you watching tonight. So thanks for tuning in live, everybody. And as I said, we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled weekly live showings. In any case, I know you're not just here to see me. Let's talk about the watches. So for the first watch that I chose tonight, I wanted to kind of have a price variance as well. I didn't want to just go into the top end, but it's starting at $2,000. Here is my first pick of the night. So this is the Breitling Colt Sky Racer. This is a 45 millimeter. It's about 13 millimeters thick. You have about 34 grams without the strap, and I'll get to the strap in a minute because that's a very cool part of it. The case is made of Breitling, and any of you who don't know what Breitling is, it's a registered compound that Breitling has come up with, and it's very similar to carbon. And I'm going to show you some of the smooth edges. Kind of has that forged carbon look to it. There it is. This is a really lightweight watch. Let's talk a little bit about some of the features. You've got the hours, the minutes, the date. You've got the 24-hour counter, so the military time, so in case you want to know what time it is. The date, which for the first time I didn't set, but luckily it's set at 7. You've got the unidirectional bezel, the ratchet bezel. I don't know about you guys, but I like to hear my bezel click when I turn it. The anti-reflective crystal. Fun little part of this watch is if you look at the strap, which is made of rubber. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing strap for some of you guys. It also can be used as a ruler. So if you want to measure stuff, here you have, I don't know what you measure here, but you've got kilometers maybe on a map. So this watch, as is, it's a quartz watch, so it's the only quartz watch that I'm featuring tonight. It's the Breitling 74 Super Quartz thermocompensated quartz electronic. It's got the end of life indicator, 100-meter water resistance, and the battery life is about 8 years. This watch will set you back around $2,000. So that's the first watch of the night. To my audience, what do you guys think? All right, good stuff. You're also going to see another theme tonight. I chose a specific color. Panerai has been on the radar lately, and one of the reasons it's been on the radar is, well, I'm starting to feel more comfortable talking about the watches. Also, as I said last week, they announced the new CEO, which is going to be on April 1st, 2018, Jean-Marc Pointouet. So I'm going to really be following this brand with even more passion, and not just because it's an Italian brand. So today, I chose for you the PAM 438 Tutto Nero, which means in Italian all black, for any of you Italian speakers out there. Sorry, David H. thinks that quartz Breitling is garbage. That's all right, to each his own, David. Let's get back to the Panerai. So this is the PAM 438. It's the Ceramica, so it's an all-ceramic case. This is also a GMT, and I'm going to get into that function in a bit. I actually have the second time zone hidden behind the hour hand, because that's also another cool feature. You've got the sandwich dial, so you've got the Luminova on there. The lume on there is really nice. The bracelet, the case, everything about this watch is super smooth. This is an in-house P9000/B caliber. So this is 100% in-house Panerai movement. You've got the double barrel. It's 229 components. It's got a power reserve of 3 days. Water resistance, 10 bar, 100 meters. Before I get to the function of the watch, I wanted to show the back of the watch, which is probably one of my favorite features. You've got the all black movement, and if you can, there it is. That's a great shot of it. Yes, sandwich. Officine Panerai, obviously. The engraving, which you can see is upside down right over there. It's the Tutto Nero, which means all black, and that really cool red power reserve on the back. This is a really nice movement. I mean, obviously exceptionally done. Brings up the price slightly because the retail is about $14,400 on the watch. Let's get into the function of the piece. Can you zoom in over there? Now, the last time I showed a Panerai GMT, somebody said that's not a real GMT because you don't have the 24-hour indicator. And I get your point, but you do have 2 time zones. So you just have to kind of keep track of when it's AM and PM. The other feature that I like about this watch, aside from having a date, and is the, sorry, that light's kind of, the second hand, which you can reset just by pulling the crown out all the way. This is a Panerai 1950 case, super smooth. In terms of weight, it's a light case, but it's not very light. I almost dropped that watch. It's not super light, but in terms of the look of it and the sleekness of the bracelet, I definitely like it. I would obviously have to remove several links for it to fit properly. There it is on my wrist with that awesome glare that I can't get away from. All right, so 14,400. You've got the PAM 438 ceramic. So we've done the Breitling, the Panerai, and once again, a watch that is always shown on my show, Audemars Piguet, the Royal Oak Offshore, is the 44mm titanium and ceramic. It's got the gray slated dial chronograph. It's the in-house movement, 3126, 3840. It's manufactured movement, 365 parts. You've got the bi-directional rotor, 50-hour power reserve, the monoblock rotor on the back. Actually, that's not a 14 karat. I mean, that's not a 22 karat. The one thing about this piece that makes it wearable is the strap. I don't know what it is, but when you put this strap on your wrist, it somehow makes the watch feel lighter, if that makes any sense. Aside from the fact that it's titanium, which is about 40% lighter than stainless steel. You've got the ceramic. So you've got the nice contrast of the black and the gray. It's a big watch, make no mistake. You got to be a big guy to pull this off. But in terms of it being a heavy watch, it's not that heavy. Doesn't feel that bad. And of course, you've got the Mega Tapisserie gray dial, chronograph. I mean, AP, you guys keep hitting home runs with your watches. It's like I was talking about today. You're like Apple. You know, all you do is you make slight little improvements and you just keep putting out the same thing every year. So this is the AP Royal Oak Offshore with the gray slated Mega Tapisserie dial. It's the chronograph with date. The retail on this piece is $30,400. Smells fresh. Love that new watch scent. All right, and some of you bluebirds are probably going to come out because yes, I am going to be talking about Roger Dubuis again. But the reason I'm talking about Roger Dubuis is this is such a cool piece. This is the skeleton automatic. It's the RDD BEX 0508. This is the watch that I have been waiting for since we became an authorized dealer. This is actually one of their best-selling models. It's, as I said, the RDD BEX 0508. It's a automatic micro rotor, power reserve, 60 hours, skeleton. It's the RD 802 SQ. It's got 167 components. The diameter is about 16 millimeters in terms of the movement. I like the contrast in here because you've got that really rough looking forged carbon. You've got a little bit of the red accents. The only thing that I would change on this watch is the strap. I feel like it's too black. And if anybody from Roger Dubuis or Roger Dubuis is listening, I would sell these watches with 3 different straps. You'd have a white, maybe a black with red stitching, a red with black stitching. I wouldn't send this out all black because it really doesn't do the watch justice. Super lightweight watch. All right, price, it's a little bit astronomical for some of you. It's about $64,700. But once again, this is a piece that maybe, you know, you'd be the only person in your state that actually has this watch. Maybe some small countries, you'd be the only guy that owned this watch. They make about 4,000 watches a year. So Roger Dubuis, skeleton automatic, carbon fiber, reference RDD BEX 0508. That's number 4 on the list. And what's up, Har? All good? Okay, super. So this is going to be a little bit of a short show. I'm going to get to my last piece. That's funny. My last piece that I wanted to talk about today was this magical piece by Hublot, the Big Bang Unico Magic Sapphire. What a cool piece. So for all you Hublot haters out there, let me show you something really cool. All right, let's get a zoom on that, please. So this is the Hublot Big Bang Unico Magic Sapphire. The whole case is made of sapphire, as you can see there. I saved this piece for the last because I felt like it's definitely the most impressive in terms of the way it looks, especially on camera. 45mm case, polished sapphire crystal. See, I already see that Hublot haters. Sorry, Yao or Zhao. Edward Layden, no watches live next, but Tim will definitely be back, I think, tomorrow. Yes? Yeah, Tim will be back tomorrow, guys. So this is the sapphire crystal case. So the whole case is made of sapphire. You've got some elements in there in the movement, which is made of titanium, and there's some base metals in there as well. The movement itself is the 1242 Unico manufacturer movement. It's a self-winding chronograph flyback movement with the column wheel, 72-hour power reserve, 50 meters power, 50 meters water resistant, and you've got the cool quick release strap. There it is. Let's show this watch. If I drop this, it's going to be a lot of problems. Can we show that watch without the strap? This is something that would be really cool to dress up. I mean, I would probably go like 5, 10 different straps on this. If I bought a $60,000 watch, you better believe I'm going to spend another $5,000 just on the straps, especially with that quick release. There's the back of the movement, the Unico movement. Once again, in-house. You've got that frosted serial numbers on the back. This is a limited edition of 500 pieces. And if you don't want to wear it on your wrist, you could sit it down on your desk or on your computer, and it's a mini clock. So 5 watches tonight, all unique, alternative metals. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight live. Thank you for all your support. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Like I said in the beginning of the video, all the montage were images that were taken from my Instagram. If you haven't downloaded the Watchbox app yet, I suggest you do. It's really the greatest all-encompassing watch app out there. You can check your news. You can basically check to see pricing of watches. You could upload your entire watch collection on there to see what the fair market value is. It's just really the best app out there, and that's what we use. So you know, support us by downloading the app. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Watchbox Global, and don't forget to come and visit us. We'd love to see you in our store, give you a tour of the studio. We've got a lot of great shows coming up next year. Once again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I want to wish you a very happy and healthy 2018. It's going to be a fun year, everybody, so keep tuning in. I'll see you all next week. Cheers.